अरे भैया, कनाडा ने फास्ट ट्रैक वीज़ा ख़त्म कर दिया इंडियंस के लिए। कनाडा की सरकार इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स पे बहुत कहर ढा रही है। सरासर झूठ। इन अफवाहों पे ना जाइए। पहले समझने की कोशिश कीजिए कि फास्ट ट्रैक वीज़ा सिस्टम स्टूडेंट्स का कनाडा गवर्नमेंट ने क्यों ख़त्म किया है। Because the Canadian government realized that the fast track student visa system was being misused by students to take refugee status. The fast track visa system does not allow the Canadian government sufficient time to do a proper financial inquiry of students as to why they are coming to Canada, what courses they are applying for, etc., etc., etc. So those students who want to try and get PR through the back door opt for the cheapest and most useless courses possible. Then what they do is, after coming to the country, after 6 months, they apply for refugee status. This has been going on for a long time. Around 2 years back, Indian newspapers had carried a report which said that almost 2,500 or 3,500 Indian students or Indians coming to Canada had applied for refugee status under the pretext of being Khalistanis. This year, it is rumored or reported allegedly that more than 6,500 people have applied for refugee status. What happens is that when a student comes under the pretext of just getting into Canada, he applies for the shittiest and most unsaleable course possible, also the cheapest. Then he normally goes to Brampton because Brampton is the center where most applications for refugee status are taking place. So what the Canadian government needs to do is actually check the activities of all those students who are planning to come to Brampton to study, rather than coming to prestigious universities like York or Toronto University or even Waterloo University for that matter. Then the fact is that the fast track visa system does not apply only to Indians, it applies to Nigerians, to Afghans, to other countries, Pakistanis. All these are going to be affected by the withdrawal of the fast track visa system. So do not go into reports that say that Canada is an insecure place for your child to come to, that the Canadians are cracking down on Indians. No such thing is actually happening. I got a lady from Brampton who actually phoned me up to tell me that she feels that a lot of people who have come in the guise of students to Brampton should actually be deported because they don't even know basic English. How they managed to come here, what courses they've applied for, is beyond her imagination. Then these students are creating problems in Brampton. They have no social etiquette. They don't behave the way they're supposed to behave in Canada. So when students come to Canada, there should be an orientation course for them on how to behave in Canada. Last but not least, if you think the UK is more secure or the US is more secure than Canada, then forget it. In the US, there are gun shooting incidents in colleges and in universities and in schools on a daily basis. In UK, brown hate is at its peak and people are actually chasing Indian students and Pakistani students and beating them up in public. If you send your son to Germany or France or any other country in Europe, they will have to learn a foreign language too. So Canada still remains a most favored student destination from serious students from India wanting to come and imbibe a serious quality education here. They have to choose their universities well. And some of the top universities in Canada are in Toronto and places like Waterloo, etc., etc., not in Brampton.